Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley as we all sit back and wait in anticipation for Carnell Tate to pull the trigger. Is it Ohio State? Is it Tennessee? Is Notre Dame going to sneak in there at the last minute? Recruiting continues to roll on. As we wait on Carnell Tate, Tennessee is still on the recruiting trail. They've got guys on campus making those phone calls. And one guy that's on campus currently, Malik Benson, the #1 JUCO prospect in the class of 23, a wide receiver, big-time playmaker. He would fit well in this Josh Heupel offense. Again, he is in town for an official visit right now. You take a look at his profile over at 24/7 Sports. Again, the #1 JUCO wide receiver, but also the #1 JUCO player in the country. 24/7 Sports has him listed there as a 4-star prospect. 6'1", 185. We're going to get into who he is, what he brings to the table. I think he would fit in well in this Josh Heupel offense. But again, what happened to Malik Benson out of high school? How did he end up where he's at now? If you take a look here, he dropped his top 5 back in May, got Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, Alabama, and Oregon in the mix. He's already been to Oregon for an official back in May. Also visited LSU last weekend on campus in Knoxville currently, and then he's going to wrap up his visits in June. But again, I want to get into it and talk a little bit about Malik Benson, where he's at, what his story is, and how he would fit in with this football team. But as always, do me a favor, smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, free, easy, helps the channel. Just hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We don't try to sell you on something that we're not. We are fans just like you guys, for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Now, let's take a look at this article from Dog Nation. Not a big fan of Georgia Bulldogs, but I do like this article and what it lays out about Malik Benson. Again, the #1 ranked JUCO player in the country in the class of 23. Can Tennessee go land a guy like Carnell Tate, who Rivals.com is calling the top wide receiver in the country, and follow that up with the top JUCO wide receiver in the country? Let's call it a day and let's go win some football games. But it says here on the article, every junior college prospect has a story. Adversity is always the main obstacle, and the Benson story has its own unique twists and turns. Said if he had the grades out of high school, he wouldn't be playing receiver at Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Oregon, or Tennessee right now. He wouldn't be playing college football at all. Says here a strong academic transcript would have sent him somewhere big on a track scholarship. Says when I was in high school, I was getting letters from LSU, UCLA, and Texas Tech, all the big programs. I fell in love with running track then. Says here when a young man soars 25 feet in the long jump while in high school, that makes a lot of sense. Couple that with time, he reported a 10.3 in the 100, and you have a remarkable athlete. That's Champ Bailey and Matthew Bowling top stuff right there. So let's just break that down. Again, a track guy in high school. When you look at his numbers at Hutchinson Community College last year, in 11 games, he had 43 catches for over 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns. That's 28.6 yards per reception. This dude is a deep threat. He is a burner. He's got the speed, and we all know Josh Heupel likes to take shots down the field. And when I see a guy that has a 10.3 in the 100, but then also you throw in his athleticism with the long jump, sign me up. Put him in orange, and let's go. Put him opposite of Carnell Tate. Give Nico the rock, and let's go win some ball games. Says here, yet he also wouldn't have been a football prospect because he didn't blow up until late in his prep career. Benson said he likely finished high school with less than 50 career catches, maybe even less than that. Here's where it gets interesting. I was in the wing T offense in high school, so I really wasn't getting utilized, or how I thought I should. I wasn't really getting looked at. So again, wing T in high school, that plays a big factor in his recruitment and not getting any big-time offers. Now let's skip down the article here and talk about his top 5. Again, he put that out back in May. I showed you the graphic for that earlier. He says, I feel like the 5 schools I have, from talking to them, I have built great relationships. It is really just going to see it now. I feel like whatever place I go to, I will just have to have that gut feeling, and it feels like home. That will be the place I lean towards to go to. I said he'll have visits done by the end of June. Georgia's going to get that last official visit. Alabama will be right before that in the middle of the week. Says I will have my decision by the middle of July, hopefully, he said. when he scheduled his visits. Again, talking about Georgia getting that last visit. That last visit is usually pretty important. That's where you can really go in, seal the deal, close the door. But he says here when he scheduled visits, he was thinking of Tennessee for his last visit. So he wanted to wrap things up on Rocky Top, but some things played a factor in that, and he was unable to do it. Said there was a conflict with his mother's upcoming wedding in early July that moved the Vols up in the rotation and gave Georgia the last look. Let's hear the quotes of what he thinks of each team. Alabama, his quote, you think of all the success they have had with every receiver. Not only that, they're going to be playing in the national championship or the game that goes to the national championship. Just a winning program. They had a lot of great history putting people in my position in the NFL. The NFL is somewhere I want to go. LSU says the history they have with receivers, feel like they produce great receivers. You know, it's just a great program. His comment about Oregon, I grew up watching DeAnthony Thomas in Oregon when they were really contenders. Was always like a little kid, just dreamed of going to Oregon playing there. And then he wraps it up, the quote with Tennessee. Just got, again, boys, don't undersell how important Nico Iamaleava is to this class of 23. You guys know it. I know it. But we continue to repeat it because it's so big. So he says here in the quote, just got a 2023 quarterback, and they just really like to throw the ball and get it out. It is like tempo, tempo, and tempo. It is like a super wide receiver friendly offense. There it is. Again, I probably need to go back because I say it every time we're talking about recruiting wide receivers. The Velus Jones Jr. quote, what wide receiver wouldn't want to play in this offense? And again, you know, you hear it right there directly from Malik Benson, the number 1 ranked JUCO wide receiver in the country. He knows what this offense is all about. He knows what Nico Iamaleava brings to the table, and what wide receiver would not want to play in this offense. Again, big-time threat, outside threat, big-time playmaker, goes up, gets the ball. Go watch his highlights. You can go to 24/7 Sports. They've got the highlight film up there. Just an absolute playmaker that I would love to see in this offense. And again, it's kind of funny making the videos about Carnell Tate. A lot of trolls, a lot of Ohio State fans that just come in, whatever, run their mouth, and they move on. But some of them have some good back and forth, and I enjoy interacting with them. An Ohio State fan said, what are you guys going to do? What are you going to do when Carnell Tate chooses Ohio State? My response to him was, well, I'll probably get up and go to work. I'll probably make a couple of YouTube videos, probably spend some time with my family and, you know, live my life like a normal adult and move on to the next. If they don't land Carnell Tate, if Tennessee doesn't land Carnell Tate, yeah, it's going to sting. I want Carnell Tate. I said it before, want him, need him. He would be great on Rocky Top. But if not, it's the world of recruiting. It's fluid. You move on to the next recruit, and Malik Benson would be a nice add. Can Tennessee get him in the boat? But again, give me both. Give me both. Give me Benson. Give me Tate. Let's roll with Nico, and let's go win some ball games. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of his numbers at Hutchinson Community College? Tennessee's had some success with guys transferring out of Hutchinson into Knoxville. We've seen it before. Will we see it again? Hit that comment section and let me know your thoughts. Also, if you have not done so, hit that thumbs up. Smash it. Destroy it. I would appreciate it. And go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Any and all support greatly appreciated. Thank you guys that joined us for the baseball watch party last night. A lot of new members coming in. We appreciate all the support. Hit that join button down below. Get access to custom Talkin' VAWLS emojis, access to fan call-in shows. It was a lot of fun hanging out with some of you guys that came in for the fan call-in portion of the show last night. But if not, we appreciate you tuning in. Hit that thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.